Hey Larry, sorry for the mix-up. It's a last-minute change of plans. We're doing this the old way in their room since I'm by myself and it's a little hard to corral everybody by yourself, so I just went ahead and put everybody in here. And hey Fern, much easier to do it in here and already have them in place than have to catch them all by myself. Hey Brandon. I think Miss Stella is feeling better today. Her skin feels better. She's way more active today. She even played some in the main room. There was like a little stuffed mouse toy that she was playing with. She has not made friends with Doc yet. She chased Doc a couple of times, but there was no fighting. I guess she's gonna go to the litter box. I'm blocking all the light. She's still got some scabby spots on her, under her chin and on her chest, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was. I think it's definitely getting better. So, hooray for that. The weather's getting cooler, so hopefully we won't have to worry about fleas for too much longer. But who knows with the weather the way it does here. We barely had a winter last year, so I don't know if this will be more of the same. Everyone is pretty calm. They just had their dinner, so. Well, we're in Alabama, so we're not far from you. Which I'm not a big fan of the cold, not really cold weather. You know, 40s, 50s, fine. 20s, 30s, or colder than that, no. Don't want it. What is it, Percy? Should probably be sitting on the other side of the room, so all my color isn't getting washed out by the windows. No, we can't. It's one way to make the schools close and government buildings close. And I have a Percy trying to jump on my back. What are you doing? Just come sit up here. Well, too many times. There's also the Zelda over here. No, I guess it's just a matter of where you were born and what you got used to, because look at it as I couldn't survive a winter in the north, and then I hear people from the north come down to the south in the middle of August and they don't know how we live through that. So I guess it's just a trade-off, one or the other. Yeah, this is Percy here. somebody, I don't know if it's Zelda or Percy, but someone is a little bit flatulent. I'm guessing it's Zelda while she's squirming around in my lap for some reason. Percy really wants to go back out into the main room. As far as the schedule goes, this was supposed to be an 8 o'clock, but since Melanie's sick, we had to do it now because she said she didn't feel like coming back later. So I went ahead and got everybody fed and boxes cleaned, and we'll knock this out. And I have to be at an appointment in Birmingham at 8:30. Percy, what are you doing? He wants to get on my shoulders or something, and he's going about it all the wrong ways. But I have to be at an appointment at 8:30 in the morning, so I have to leave my house around 6:30 in the morning. So Melanie will come in on her way into work if she feels well enough to go to work. She didn't go to work today. But hopefully she'll feel well enough to go tomorrow, and the plan is that she'll come by in the morning and feed everybody before work. But they'll probably stay in their room until I get back into town. I don't want to burden my coworkers with cat sitting because they're a handful right now. 5 of them, and they're into anything and everything that they can possibly get into during the day. And I have to get up several times a day to investigate what they're doing. Generally, me and Melanie come in twice a day on the weekends. Every now and then my coworker will come in and take care of them for us, you know, on one evening or a morning or whatever. But typically it's us. We come up once in the morning and once in the evening. And let them out to run around for a little while, and then they come back in the room, and then we come back for the next visit, and they get to run around some more. So they're not just cooped up. This is not the smallest room, but it's not the biggest room either. They like to roam around. As much energy as they have, I like to give them as much freedom as I can, but unlike Doc, I cannot trust them to behave on their own in the main room yet by themselves, so I can't just leave them out there. Hey, look who's back and burrowing under my leg. He's really upset about not being able to go out there. I think they all are to some degree. But they've been out all day with the exception of about an hour when I ate lunch. It was probably a little over an hour because I had to go to the store and get a tub of cat litter too. So between that and then coming back to my desk to eat my lunch, it might have been an hour and a half. Oh, you're all washed out, Stella. Still feel some scabby little spots on her, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was. And I can just tell by the way she acted today that she's feeling better. She hasn't been scratching anywhere near as much today. And Percy is still harassing me. I'm going to swap sides and see if I can get him over here. It's not so washed out from the windows. yeah, everybody, when we trapped Stella, she spent, I want to say about 6 weeks, or maybe 5.5 weeks at the vet. We had just caught Clara and brought her up here at the same time, and there was just no way we didn't. At that time, we had not made the accommodations to have 2 rooms up here where we could let them live. So in the few weeks, and as soon as I brag about not scratching, there she goes. In the first few weeks of her being boarded at the vets while they were waiting on her to have her kittens, she got dewormed and all of that stuff. So she's had all of her preventative stuff. Hey, Mr. Crafts. Well, hello, Hank. You did come over here, didn't you? Hey, Lynette. Lynette, you were here yesterday and heard me say it was going to be later, so I apologize. It's a crazy change of plans abruptly. Excuse you, Wilson. Just came over here and burped on me. Hey, Connie. Yeah, I don't know if you saw the room, we had to change it up. Melanie wasn't feeling well today and she stayed home from work, so. She said she wouldn't feel like coming back up here later either, so I just went ahead and knocked everything out this afternoon. I hate changing things last minute like that, but it was just unavoidable today. Otherwise there wouldn't have been one. I could have come back later, I guess, but since I have to get up super early in the morning, I figure it's just best once I get home, stay home. I will. Yeah, changes in the weather. It's trying to get everybody. I've had 3 coworkers. There's only 4 of us that work on this floor. 3 out of 4 of us have been sick. I'm the lucky one to this point. But our weather got to, it was, I want to say low 40s. I don't know how low it got, but when I went to bed, I think it was about 43 outside. I didn't check it again when I woke up. Well, there has been much Lysol sprayed on a lot of things the past week or so up here. There have been times when I wished I had a nice sleeping bag or a fold-up mattress or something to stay up here with them sometimes, but particularly on when George's last night here. Before he went to his forever home, I wanted to stay up here, and then again the night after that when Doc was all by himself. Hank is as sweet as he can be in this room, but he gets so timid in the main room. He'll come up to me and let me pet him, but if you just walk up to him out there, he runs away. But in here, he purrs up a storm and sprawls out on the table and doesn't have a care in the world in here. And I don't know why he's so interested in licking my finger. Well, there is a couch in the other room, but it's Not something I would want to sleep on for very long. It's not the most comfortable couch. I have slept on it before, but never for any length of time, and definitely not overnight. What is it, Hank? Hey, Suzanne. I guess I should try to squeeze out the door and see Lily, Stumpy, Clara, and Doc. Easier said than done, but it is doable. See how much food they've got. That may be all the food I leave for them. Yeah, Larry was here. Now here's the fun part. Come on, guys. Excuse me. I'm probably gonna have an escape. Oh, someone is gonna escape. Oh, about 3 of them. So now I have to corral those guys. Doc. Yeah, that was pretty poor effort on my part. I shouldn't have even put the gate up. It doesn't really stop them anymore. That was nice while it lasted. I see a problem. You guys, that's Doc's food. Percy, first of all, Percy loves all food, but he really likes the adult dry food that Clara and Lily and Stumpy get. And the Doc also eats the crap out of. We had been mixing it with kitten food for Doc, but Lily and Clara started getting a little pudgy, so we just give Doc a little extra wet food. They're about 5.5 months old. Well, no, I'm sorry. Let's see, we do the math in my head. Yeah, 5 months old. And Doc is 6. Almost 6 months. Not quite. What are you doing? I let them out. Now they just stand at the gate. I don't think Big Lionel has figured out how to clear the gate yet. Come on, Wilson. You need to go back in there. I'm sorry, y'all just have to bear with me just a second. I'm going to try to start corralling one at a time. Easier said than done, right? Well, this one makes it easy when he's chowing down on the food. I promise I'm not trying to make you guys puke. Nah, it's okay. You're playing hard to get, Hank. Now Doc in the tunnel situation. I'll get him. He's not the hardest one to catch. It's usually Percy that's the hardest to catch. Here's this Stumpy, who you can barely see. Just a blob on the screen. Stumpy says she has a full belly and she wants to sleep. Says leave me alone. And there's Lily. We're in Montgomery, Alabama. Lily's a little grumpy. I guess I made Stumpy move. There she is. Lily? I don't think so. She's solid black except for the little white patch on her chest, and she's got some white on her belly too. But Stumpy is solid black with the stumpy tail. Lily's probably between 2 and 3 years old. She's the same age as Stumpy. They're sisters. Clara is about a year old. We guesstimate. No more than a year. I don't know where Doc went. I might lose my signal here. If I do, I'll pop right back in. Doc is in here. Room. That's what happens. Let's see if I can lure Hank out with a toy. I don't like to trick him like this. Stumpy and Doc are befriended one another. Well, it's 6 o'clock, folks, and I hate to cut it short. You are terrible about that, Doc. But I'm running a little behind, and I've already got everyone closed up for the evening. We will do better tomorrow, regular time tomorrow, barring another unforeseen circumstance. And we'll have laser pointers and all the good stuff that makes them run around and act crazy tomorrow. So I will, Connie. Thank you. And thank you, Larry. Fern, Brandon, Mr. Krabs was here, Jennifer. Scrolling. Scrolling. No. I don't think I'm going to make it all the way back to the top. And Lynette. Thank you, everybody. And we'll see you again tomorrow.